Stamkos scores! There it is! Steven Stamkos!
Stamkos 15 feet out with time. Good luck.
Steven Stamkos! Is he hot?
Just seeing the logo here, it's different. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be weird seeing Stammer in a Preds jersey.
Man, that's interesting to think about. Seeing Stamkos will definitely be very weird.
I mean, as long as I can remember growing up watching him, he's always been a Tampa Bay Lightning. It's going to be different to see him in Nashville.
Stammer, it's going to take some time getting used to, I think, more so for him than anyone else.
Lightning history with goal number 500!
You know, somebody that gave everything to that city, you know, drafted first overall when they're not very good and becomes the captain, and they go year after year running at the cup, and sure enough, they end up winning too. And, you know, I feel like he should have been a Tampa Bay Lightning for life, and ultimately that's not the way it works.
It's definitely going to be bizarre, especially how often we're used to seeing him in the Battle of Florida. So obviously from that point of view, not too upset he's not in the blue and white.
Obviously the change of color too, from blue straight to, you know, bright yellow is a little odd, but I'm sure he'll do just fine and it'll be normal, you know, after he scores his first goal, I'm sure.
Now he's in our division in the Central, and a Preds jersey, it's definitely different to look at, but sometimes change isn't a terrible thing, and I'm sure he's really excited.
Player that I remember seeing move that looked a little different.
I mean, Patty Kane and not a Chicago jersey was different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, actually, that's actually a really good one. I would say, yeah, Patty Kane going from a Chicago jersey to New York was definitely a change.
You always remember him in the Chicago uniform, and seeing him in a couple different ones now has been pretty different.
You know, I saw obviously Carlson play for a long time in Ottawa, and when he got traded to San Jose, I think that was a bit different for me, seeing him in a San Jose jersey.
I was a big Colorado fan, so I would say the first couple times that I saw Matt Duchene in a different jersey, it kind of seemed a little foreign.
Honestly, being from Colorado, the weirdest one was probably when Matt Duchene switched. He was in Colorado for a long time there, and then when he switched, that was a pretty big change.
Yeah, I think growing up, I was a Calgary fan, so I always liked watching Iginla. So when I came into the league and he started bouncing around a little bit, it was always certainly weird seeing him in a different jersey.
I'm gonna go with Matt Sundin when he went to Vancouver. Never looked right, never seemed right. He was supposed to be a Leaf for life, and was disappointed that he wasn't.
I was a big Mike Richards fan. Seeing him get traded from Philly and then being in LA in a different jersey was definitely weird for me at that time.
I think Phil Kessel's one guy. Growing up watching the Leafs and then seeing him, you know, on the Pens definitely was, you know, a little weird to look at.
Seeing Subban originally with the Preds jersey was very different because, you know, what he did for the community in Montreal and you know how big he was there. To see him in a different jersey like that was kind of odd.
I would probably say Chara. I mean, I played with Chara, but before that, you know, he was a Bruin forever, and that's just kind of still how I see him.
Maybe like Gretzky maybe to LA.
Stammer in Preds jersey has a little Wayne Gretzky in the Kings first year jersey type. So it's going to be strange to see him first time having the righty shoot from there in a yellow jersey instead of blue and white one. So yeah, it's going to be different in this conference going to Nashville for sure this year.